Welcome to another episode of Sanford Says. My name is Lisa Holder, Communications Officer for the City of Sanford, and your host for Sanford Says. Today we have another great topic and two wonderful guests. Our topic is Star Spangled Sanford. This is June 30th. I cannot believe summer is here, and our Star Spangled Sanford July 4th event is back. Our guests today are Lisa Jones, Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Sanford, and Sergeant Zach Glenn with the Sanford Police Department. And they're both here today to talk about the event and then what you will expect, what you can expect, and then most importantly too, getting in and out of this event during the on July 4th, because we do expect, shall I say, thousands. Lisa, hi Sergeant Glenn, how are you today?
Doing great, thank you.
All right, so let's jump into this, Lisa. What can people expect, and just share what Star Spangled Sanford is about.
Right. Well, what everybody can expect is a great time. First and foremost. That is everybody, our residents, their guests coming in, enjoying our great city on such a wonderful weekend celebrating Independence Day. We're so happy that Star Spangled Sanford has returned this year. We look forward to welcoming not only the people who have visited our event before, but people who will be coming to us for the first time.
That's right, because we are one of a few cities that are holding the event this year.
We are. We do have surrounding cities who are doing a version of an event. Of course, we're focused on ours, and we've adjusted the times a wee bit. Most people are used to coming to us a little early, but would like to let everybody know that our event will begin at 7 p.m. Our sunset celebration begins at 7 p.m. on the Riverwalk in beautiful downtown Sanford. And so what we hope they will do throughout the day is go to their favorite Sanford restaurant, their favorite Sanford establishments, stores, wherever that may be throughout the city, and really support our local merchants. And then after they've had a great meal, come downtown. There will be plenty of great viewing that we'll talk about in just a bit, and join us at 7 o'clock for our entertainment, great family entertainment, lots to see up and down the Riverwalk, basically between Mellonville and the Palmetto Avenue location, if you're familiar with that, right on the water, and it just doesn't get any better.
Right, you can't miss it.
No.
You will not be able to miss it. And so you also are going to be having food and drinks at the event too, and not to forget to mention our Fort Mellon Park and splash pad.
Yes, absolutely.
Hot out.
We think it will be another warm summer day, so we hope that when you do make your way down to the Riverwalk and to Fort Mellon Park, of course, we have a beautiful, huge 7-acre park down there, and we're happy to announce that, and of course, that'll be open, the pavilions will be open, but our friends at 327 Gentlemen's Club have so kindly supported the splash pad this year, and so it will be free admittance for all kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so we're glad to partner with them this year, and they've, like I said, been very generous and support community projects throughout the year.
All right. And speaking of partners, I know that we don't do this alone. The City of Sanford is a city event, and there's a lot of moving parts, a lot of support from the community. We want to share that, Lisa, some of our other partners that we have.
Yeah, I sure do. Thanks. We're very lucky to have a number of supporting partners that help us put this on. Like you said, this is not just a city or a one department event. We're glad that Orlando Sanford International Airport is back with us this year. Our great friends at Waste Pro are going to be supporting us this year, and would just like to also mention CP&H Engineers, along with the Wayne Dench Company, and also Wonder Maid, here a local business downtown. They all step up. We never have to ask twice. And they come in and just say, let us know what you need. I do also want to mention our radio partners that we will have this year. And if you're out tuning into these stations, you're going to hear come down to Star Spangled Sanford. So our friends at WMMO, at K92 FM, and at WDBO will all be running spots based on the information we're getting out to our guests for the event. It's very exciting to have them with us this year.
Great. Thank you for that. And so Star Spangled Sanford, July 4th on the Riverwalk with a sunset celebration at 7 p.m. Sergeant Glenn, where can people, when they arrive to Sanford, what's the best way to get to where they need to go to this particular area for the firework event?
So the best routes are going to be coming in off of either Stairway 46, 1792, Sanford Avenue, Mellonville, anywhere to get you to the Fort Mellon Park area. Like Lisa said, the start time's a little bit later this year for the event, but we do encourage everybody to come down and enjoy the downtown area. So if people want to come a little earlier and get downtown, it would help with the event starting later, the congestion closer to the show start. So the earlier you get down there, the better off you'd be. But the main roads, First Street, 1792, Sanford Avenue, and Melville would be the best routes to come into town.
Okay, and then of course we're talking about when it's time to exit, and we have sort of like a bottleneck, so to speak.
Yeah.
What is the police department recommending folks do? And be patient, I'm sure.
Patience is
Key.
the number one key. Our goals are to push vehicles south and west, away from the downtown. The quicker we can get motorists to large artery roadways that can handle large volumes, the easier it is for everybody, because then the motorists can make a decision on which way they want to travel at that point. Downtown, we're limited to which way we're going to allow people to travel. We're going to, like I said, try to push everybody south, push everybody west, and then once they get onto the major roads, then they can, it may be a longer route home from there, but I think, a longer route means a quicker route home.
Right. Just, and the number one, like you said, point is to be patient and stagger your exit, perhaps, because if everybody leaves
For
at
sure.
what time do we expect? So it's the fireworks are to begin at 9:15. Correct, Lisa?
Approximately.
Right. And then also let's touch base and talk about, like, if there's any kind of rain delays. We're going to be sharing information that way, right?
Yes, we will have real-time announcements, not only at the event site, but of course we'll be pushing that out on social media as well. We want to keep people as updated as we can be. If we're getting any weather alerts, we know to expect them. It's summer in Florida.
Right.
But we know that we have a lot of plans in place that we can push through this, and we'll look forward to a great show. It might be a few minutes later, but it'll be well worth it. And so patience is key throughout the whole evening. We want everybody to enjoy it. And Sergeant Glenn and his team have put together a fantastic exit plan. So we just ask everybody to give us a little more time. We expect a lot more attendees, which is a fantastic thing for our town. We want to show them our great show, what a wonderful city we have. So certainly just give us a little more patience, good humor, and we'll get everybody home safely that night. And that's really key.
And I think we've done this a time or two, right? How many, what is this year? Do you know, Lisa, how many, you've been with the city close to, is it 30 years, Lisa?
Are we still on the air? 32. 32, but very happy this is my 32nd year. And we've done this, a lot of groups have taken over throughout the years, but I know, the city has been doing this for at least the past 20. So we've seen this grow and evolve, and we've seen our city grow and evolve, and different plans that we have in place. So we're really excited to showcase, and like I said, it's with any great event, there will be a little congestion, but key is safety and patience, and we will get you home after a great show.
And we want people to have fun.
Absolutely.
Number one, right, Sergeant?
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And
Safe,
so,
fun.
a question about the Riverwalk area and our new extension out there. People may arrive just to see the fireworks. What are we expecting along Seminole Boulevard? Is there anything that we could share with our folks that are listening about?
For sure. Seminole Boulevard is still an active construction site. There are some cutouts for parking, like parallel parking spots. Those are approved parking, but outside of that, we would rather people not try to park on the trail. It is a construction site. It's not meant to be parked on, and we really, unfortunately, with the beautification of the trail, it does limit a lot of green space where people used to park. So we ask that people park in the legal parking spots, but don't park in illegal areas. Don't park in construction sites. Don't park in vacant property that is not yours. And make your way downtown and get closer to the event if you can.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good point, Lisa. You want to
We do have some a number of great parking areas very close to the main venue. So we want to encourage people to come, of course, to the Hood Avenue lot, which people will recognize, or the courthouse parking lot just to the east of the Seminole County Courthouse. That's a very large area. The municipal lots at First Street in Sanford. There will be some parking along the lots on Sanford Avenue. There's also a municipal lot at First Street and Park Avenue. So there's a lot of parking. I want to stress that it is free parking this year. So you can approach these municipal lots, not have to worry. It will be, of course, first come, first serve. And then once you are safely there, we encourage you to bring your chairs, your blankets. We have fantastic viewing both along the Riverwalk, in Fort Mellon Park, if you bring your chairs and blankets, and also in our grass lot just to the west of the Civic Center that abuts the eastern basin of the viewing area. So people can come out, relax. Those will be areas that you can spend time with your friends and family. There isn't any traffic, no cars, no golf carts are allowed in that area. So it really is just a great picnic zone.
All right, and so speaking of golf carts.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about golf carts, and then I'd like to touch base on the boaters.
Okay.
Please. So what's golf carts?
Well, golf carts. We are obviously a golf cart friendly community. We know that a lot of people will utilize them to come into the zone, which is great because it really does save a lot of space. We only ask that golf carts are not allowed into our event footprint for everyone's safety. And that will be noted on a map that we'll share later on with not only the listeners but on our website.
Okay.
So please, if you're down in the downtown area in your golf cart, anything from First Street to the Riverwalk and Palmetto Avenue to Mellonville, golf carts would not be allowed. So we appreciate everybody's indulgence with that and understanding that just to keep everybody safe, we would ask that you park outside of the zone.
Also on the legal side, no rules are changed as far as golf carts and what the rules are for them. Golf carts are not allowed on sidewalks. They're not allowed to cut through anywhere a vehicle is not allowed to go. If there's barricades up, cones up, excuse me, the golf carts need to adhere to those. So,
okay.
Parking in legal parking spots, not on sidewalks. Driving on roadways, not on sidewalks, and not in the event area, like Lisa said.
Right. So if you're a golf cart owner, you should know this by now and just continue to follow the regulations for everyone's safety. Have fun, number one, but be safe. And so we mentioned about a map. We're going to be putting out parking maps, location maps, Lisa, on our website, sanfordfl.gov, and on our social media. You mentioned social media. Please follow the city's Facebook page. It's a great source of information, especially for these extremely large events that we're holding, public events.
Exactly. And that information, as we mentioned earlier, will be continuously updated. The pace will certainly start to pick up between now and our event on Sunday. But follow us on that. We do have our event map posted now. However, that's going to be updated to indicate vendor location, entrance, exits, that sort of thing. And then we'll also be posting some from our friends at the police department to talk about best practices to get in and exit.
Okay.
For sure. For those that if you're not looking at a map and you just want to visualize it, the areas that are closed to all traffic is going to be Seminole Boulevard from Palmetto all the way to Mellonville. That'll only be for pedestrians. And First Street from Cypress to San Juan. So if you can visualize that in your head without looking at the map, that'll help.
Okay, that sums it up so much. But for those of us who are directionally challenged, I guess, and also just they need to see something, or people that don't know our city right off the bat that are coming, we'll
because
have
we
the
know
map.
we're going to have visitors coming from across the Central Florida area. We've already had calls from the Palm Coast area down around Melbourne, people who want to come up and visit, which is fantastic. So we want to have that visual aid out there so people can share the map with their friends. This is where we're going. Come along with us. This is where we'll be. So we'll have all that information, as you said, at www.sanfordfl.gov.
All right. And the Sanford Facebook page also as well. Now, we talked about, we have a beautiful lake, Lake Monroe.
We do.
We can't mention Star Spangled Sanford without boating, or Sanford without water in the lake. So
Well, not only is it a great location for a fireworks display, it is a great location to enjoy every day of the year out on a boat, any sort of watercraft. We do have a couple of restrictions going into the event, of course, that we'd like to share. And so this will be, we have public docks on the east side of the basin, which is east of Palmetto Avenue for boaters that are familiar with this. And those public boat ramps will close at 10 a.m. on Sunday the 4th. So that's key. Any boat that is in the water on the east basin at 10 a.m. will be able to have access out into Lake Monroe until 4 p.m. At that point, we will be closing everything off for security measures. And that is tandem to what we've done in past years. And that's just, again, for everybody's safety so that we can make sure that we have everything in order to go for that night. Now, all boaters coming back in, it can make for a longer evening, but we have to get an all clear from our security friends, from our fire department colleagues, and that will be about 10:15 or 10:30 in the evening that boats will be allowed from the lake back into the East Basin. Now, this only applies to the East Basin. I want to stress that. If you are docked in the West Basin at Monroe Harbor, that's fantastic. You can come and go all day long. If you're coming to us from the Volusia County area, just boat safely, and their docks will be open. We know that we'll have friends coming up from the Lake Jessup area, from out near I-4. So whether you're coming from Pontoon all the way down, just please be safe. Know that we will have a lot of vessels on the water. And of course, when you're going home in the evening, again, patience is key.
Right, as a boater as well. Okay, so that's some good information there. And so so people can view the fireworks from their boat if they're
Absolutely.
in a certain, if the certain time frames that you have shared, right, Lisa?
Yes, and again, that's just the East Basin. So you have lots of other areas that boats will be coming from. You have the West Basin. Some will remain at the dock in the East Basin, that's fine. But if you would like to go out for a day on the water and you want to come back in, you need to be back in by 4. And also, if you're going to stay out in the lake, we need you out of the basin by 4 p.m.
Okay, that's good
And
information.
we will get you back in as safely as possible. That, too, is on our website under Marina information. And want to thank everybody over at Monroe Harbor Marina who really helps us out each year in making sure that we can get everyone in the place.
Okay, and then I have a question. So our
Sure.
merchants and our businesses in downtown Sanford, sometimes we have road closures, but these businesses will still be open during the 4th?
Absolutely.
And so, yes,
Yes.
before, after, during.
Downtown is open. We hope that everybody comes down. Like I said, visit your favorite Sanford restaurant, discover a new location. But First Street will remain open, Park Avenue, Palmetto, Sanford Avenue. So there won't be any street closures in the downtown corridor.
Okay, and as far as accessing, so if you're parking a couple blocks away from the action, walking is the best way. Wear comfortable shoes, obviously. The city, we're not providing shuttle service or anything, are we, Lisa?
We don't have shuttles, but we do encourage ride sharing. If you're coming down, bring your carts. We know a lot of people bicycle into the area. So certainly fewer cars the better. If you have an alternative method, we wholeheartedly encourage that.
Okay.
If you do choose to ride share, I would recommend post fireworks waiting a little bit to call your ride share to come get you, as the traffic, like I said, is going to be pushed west and south. It'll be like a fish upstream trying to get an Uber or a
Right.
Lyft into town. But the longer you can wait after fireworks, the better off. So again, go visit the downtown area for a little bit and let the traffic die down, and then call your Uber, call your Lyft.
Okay. Now, we talk about entertainment. Can we
Yes.
touch? I know Uncle Sam will be there.
Yes. Well, it is Star Spangled Sanford, so we're everything is red, white, and blue, and we're very excited about that. We have a great DJ working with us this year. We're very mindful coming out of 2020, and so we want everybody to still be safe. So while we don't have live bands this year, we do have a fantastic DJ, a professional who's coming to us who works with our media partner at Cox Radio. So we're excited to have him on board. And so there'll be great summer tunes all evening. Everybody come out, enjoy, dance. And then along the Riverwalk, we're going to have a few surprises, a lot of family entertainment. You never know what's going to pop up. So stroll along with the family, enjoy something to eat, something to drink, and have your cameras ready.
All
Cameras, or is it phones anymore? I'm not sure.
Probably.
Have your device ready. How's that? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And a flash on, I'm
Yes.
sure. But yeah, it's an incredible event. Do you want to say anything, any final words, last words here, Sergeant Glenn, about safety, just what we mentioned about coming into the event and
Sure.
exiting?
One of the things we didn't touch on, I believe, is coolers and pets. They are not permitted into the event area, especially pets. Please don't bring your dogs. Dogs don't do very well with the fireworks. They get kind of shaken. They take off running a lot of times. I think
Yeah.
a couple years in a row we've had to chase down loose dogs.
Oh.
It just happens, you know. And I know everybody's got a great dog, but you know things happen when they get spooked, and we'd rather
Yeah.
not have a dog running through 100,000 people if we don't
Yeah.
need it. Coolers, we ask that you don't bring coolers unless it's something for medical or a personal little bag, like a lunch bag or something that you need for personal reasons. But we ask not big coolers, no alcohol. I believe there will be some beverage
Yes.
vendors in the area,
Absolutely.
but no outside alcohol permitted in the event. No fireworks, even sparklers. No, cannot bring sparklers. They will be confiscated and destroyed. So leave those at home to play with when the event's over
Right.
or the next day, but not at our event, please.
Okay, great. That's
And
a
if we
good
can
point.
touch on that a little bit, we work so hard at this event. Fireworks are fun. They're exciting. They're fantastic to watch. They make a lot of noise. We're dealing with thousands and thousands of shells in our show alone, but they can also be dangerous. So we want families to walk away having a great experience. So if you do have personal fireworks, please leave those at home. We don't want anybody to have a bad experience while they're at Spangled Sanford. We want everybody to have great memories, a great time, and we'll leave it up to the professionals this year to put on a great show for you.
Yes, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Star Spangled Sanford, July 4th on the Riverwalk. So we'll see you there. Sunset celebration begins at 7 p.m. Stay tuned with the City of Sanford. Listen to the podcast. Share this with your friends and family. We want everybody to be well informed. Have a great time. We're also on social media as well. And save the date. Celebrate the July 4th holiday with the City of Sanford here on the Riverwalk. Thank you for listening. My name is Lisa Holder, Communications Officer for the City of Sanford. You could find this podcast wherever you subscribe to your favorite podcasts and on the city website at sanfordfl.gov. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye for now.